Hi guys and gals, animal friends and spirit pals. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming. Today's video is titled, Hey Mark, what the heck is channeling? And I'm going to try to answer that today. It's not the easiest question to answer, but I'm going to try my best. And I just want to tell you what that means to me and how that relates to this channel and how I'll be doing that on this channel, channeling on this channel. That's why I say welcome to my channel. Get it? I thought you would. You know, there's many different ways to channel, and people have different definitions and different ways they do it. First of all, you don't have to channel or be a channel to have a personal, conscious, working relationship with spirit. You know, you don't have to have one to have the other. You need that personal working relationship with spirit to channel, but you don't need to be a channel in order to have a personal working relationship with spirit. You know, that's available to everybody. It's a natural thing that everybody has as long as you want it and request it and seek it out, then that's for everybody. So you don't have to be a channel to do that. You know, people do channel in different ways. Some people might channel a song or music where they hear it, it comes to them, and then they bring it through their body and put it out into form. Might channel a book, knowledge, wisdom, and bring it through into form. Art, you know, channel an emotion, an expression that they imagine or see or is given to them from a being or energy. You know, there's a lot of angelic art. People might bring through energy to make jewelry or, you know, elixirs or medicines. All different kinds of ways. You can do healing work. You know, natural healers will channel energy from source or an angel or whatever they call it and bring it through this healing energy and then offer it to the person who's requesting it. Or in my case, a lot of times the animal that's requesting it. A lot of times I'll do that with animals and with people, particularly, you know, with personal readings or with a one-on-one channeling experience. Now, the thing that's going to be happening on this channel probably is what I call conscious voice channeling. And that's what I really call what I do. I'm a conscious voice channel. That means I let spirit or source in general, but really a particular aspect of source, a particular energy, just like I am a unique aspect of source, and just like you are a unique aspect of source, so are these guides and spirits. And their job, or one of them, is to work with us and interact with us if we so choose or desire. You know, they won't do anything against your will. You have to want it, first of all. And so I allow the energy to come into my body and then use my voice and really even my personality or communication style to speak and get their message across or whatever they want to do. Now, I made that agreement, you know, a long time ago, like 30-something years ago. I prayed to God, to Source, and asked it to show me how I could be of service to the earth and to animals and to people, and how I could use this clairaudience or telepathy that I was experiencing in a way that could be of service. So I requested it, and agreed um, to it, to the arrangement, to the partnership. And I also agreed to a similar agreement with these individual aspects of spirit that I work with. Now, I work with two guides in particular, and most often. Sometimes some others will come in, but mostly I work with one energy who's called the Tibetan. His name is Djwhal Khul, Djwhal, first name, Khul. There's some different spellings of his name. He's also called DK, the Tibetan. I think it said that. He's an ascended master. He lived here on Earth. There's stories of his last incarnation. There's a lot of information about him on the internet if you want to look him up. He has quite a few channels in the world. I'm just one, and I wouldn't say I was the best channel of him, but I have worked with him for many years. He was the first energy I worked with, and really he, along with the channel that he was working through, that I met him through, taught me to channel, opened my third eye, did a lot of work energetically with my energy body, has helped me through the years in a lot of different ways. The second teacher I work with in Spirit Guide is called Pan. Now, some of you may have heard of him too. He's a very old spirit, it's been around forever. He has a lot of different names. I know him as Pan, and that's the way he comes to me. But in different areas of the world, he's called different things, like the Green Man, I know, in England, or Kokopelli is a version of him in Native American culture. Faunus, lots of names. Like, he's told me all different kinds of names for him. And he's also, in his Pan form, is called the God in Nature, God in Joyful Creation, Lord of the Animals, of the Woods, fertility. He has all those kinds of connotations or associations that go with him. And that's the other energy I work with. And actually, I work with the most because I do a lot of work with animals and nature. And then I always pull his energy in. Now, sometimes Djwhal comes in too with that, and I use both of them, or they'll tag team, and one will start and one will finish, or they'll both work together, or it just depends on the circumstance. I leave all that up to them, but it's one or the other. Now, when I'm doing a formal channeling, it's as if I'm sharing my body, my vehicle with them. And it's kind of a blend of the two of us. I don't go unconscious. I don't go to sleep. I don't go off to Mars or something and then they inhabit me and take over. This is called conscious channeling. So I'm here, I'm aware, I'm in a meditative state and in a zone. I have to kind of tune in to the channel or the station for them to come through and allow them to come in. But it's like during the session or the reading, it's like I'm sitting right here to the side and while they're working. And my job is to just be quiet and allow them to work through me and speak through me without, letting my own stuff get in the way or whatever. Basically, I'm just quiet observer. The benefit is I benefit from their energy, of course, always, and the knowledge and watching them work with people and all that is great fun. But once the session's over, I usually forget most of what went on. So, people will come up and say, "Oh man," and I'll, remember when Pan said this, and I'll go, "No, not really." I don't really keep everybody's information with me all the time. I'm not going around channeling all the time. So if you're talking to me, if I'm going to the movies, I'm going to the movies. I'm not necessarily channeling every minute. At the same time, they might come in and out sometimes. Um, and that connection's always with me, but I'm not always in a channeling state. Now, sometimes a form of channeling is what I call relay, which, because I access them through telepathy or clairaudience mostly, so I hear them with my inner ears. Sometimes they can just talk to me and I hear it and I can just relay the message. I don't have to bring them in fully, to do that. I can just relay. And, when I'm just talking to them, I'm just listening. It's a telepathic back and forth communication. They're not really coming into my body and speaking. I'm receiving it that way. And at this point, after they've worked with me so long, I also have visual impressions, which is called clairvoyance. And of course, I can sense and feel things. My intuition's much stronger than it was. It was always pretty intuitive, but that's increased. And there's those kinds of benefits. But you might say, if you can just relay, why do you do the channeling thing? The real reason and the best reason is because of the energy. It's much stronger. And if I'm doing work with an animal or with a person, then their energy can connect with that person's energy more strongly and more in the physical realm. They're bringing their energy through my physical vehicle, and so it grounds their energy in a way that makes it more accessible to you. So in a way, I'm introducing their energy to you. I'm allowing them to introduce their energy through me to you. So they are using my energy at the same time I'm using theirs. If you can kind of get that. It's a blend, and it's a way for them to reach out to you in a more concrete fashion. And then, you can start connecting more easily on your own, and, you don't really need me anymore, more or less. So, that's why I do that. And and a lot of times when I do readings and people want a lot of answers to questions and things like that, and of course the guides address those and everything. But what I see from sitting here in my little seat on the side is the most important thing that they're receiving and getting from this connection and this channeled reading is the energy that's coming to them. They will do energy work during the reading. They will, try to clear your auras. They'll help remove blocks. And they'll say, we're going to do an energy exercise, and they do. And really, in my mind, that's the most important thing they're doing. That, in turn, helps you find solutions and clarity in your life more easily than any kind of predicted answer can. Although there's value in both of that. But I just want to stress to you that the energy work is what I feel is the most important. Now, they both told me that they want to participate in this, and they've been urging me to do this channel for some time. And they both feel very strongly that they'll be able to channel their energy through me to individuals that see this out in computer land all over the world. And they have some big energy plans that I'll let them talk about when they decide to come through, and probably pretty soon. So I just wanted to kind of give you that little bit of a talk so that you know what page I'm on, and that if we're on the same page as far as that goes, and just kind of what's going on with me when I'm doing that, and why I would even do that in the first place. Why would I want to use my time and energy to even do that? So that's what we're going to do. Now, when I introduce them to you and allow them to introduce themselves to you, I'll go into a little bit more detail about them, and then they'll want to do exercises, guided energy or meditations or all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to predict what they're going to do because they never know. And it always depends on the day and the time and the people who are listening. And they've already told me it don't matter if you're watching this now or if you're watching this weeks from now, the energy exchange is the same. So that's something to remember. Anyway, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening to this. I hope it made some things a little bit clearer. If you still have questions or you're confused about something, put a question down in the comments and I'll try my best to answer it. Of course, I don't know everything. And again, I can just talk to you from my experience and what my belief is and what I know to be true. After 35 plus years of working with these energies in every area of my life, on a weekly, daily basis, I've learned to trust and have faith in it, and they never really guided me astray or told me something that wasn't true, or they've always had my best interest in mind, as far as I can tell, and with all the proof that they've given me throughout my life. And so they've more than proved it to me, but I can only tell you what my experience is. In order for you to have the proof that you might need, you have to have your own experience. And I hope in some way this might encourage you to seek one out, one of your own. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And until next time, I appreciate you, and I hope you're having a great day.